Welcome to Sagittarius season, everyone, and a special happy birthday to all you Sagittarian sun babies. So we have a pick a card for everyone, but there will be a special bonus birthday reading for all you Sagittarian sun babies at the end. You'll have, everyone else has a choice between 4 different pick a card readings to choose from. All the timestamps will be in the description box below, but number 1 will be the Sagittarius energy. So that'll be number 1. Number 2 will be the planet Jupiter, which of course rules over Sagittarius. That's reading number 2. Number 3 is going to be fire element, which of course that is what element Sagittarius is. That's number 3. And the final one is the 9th house, which of course is what Sagittarius also rules over. So you have a choice between as many as you want. Pick as many as you want. We're going to start with number 1, but timestamps for the rest are in the description box below if you want to jump to those. If you chose reading number 1, which is Sagittarius, then this will be the reading for you. And I'm just going to put that over here. And Sagittarian energy, of course, is spontaneous. It's impulsive. It's passionate. It's optimistic, very youthful type of energy, and a lot of humor and a lot of, that joyfulness. So for this reading, we're going to be asking, where can you have some sparky energy ignited in your life? What area of your life? And we are going to start off here with the Divine Guidance cards. And all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So let's take a look here and see what energy, what part of your life that you could use some of the sparky energy. All right. It's this one right here. And you have, these are fractal images, which I call them the spiritual ink blot test. So when I show it to you, whatever you see from it is a special message for you. And then I will read from the book. And it is card number 17. So here you go. Beautiful, beautiful, vibrant colors there. And we're going to put that over here, right above Sagittarius. And let's see what that is. This is empowerment. It almost looks like a giant spark to me. But it says this card shows a gentle yet powerful opening and energy flow of the 3rd chakra, the power center, which would be the solar plexus chakra. Through your own willingness to stand tall and be all of who and what you are meant to be, you naturally vibrate a dynamic energy that has a positive and empowering effect on others. Through your own acts of self-kindness and self-love, you have given yourself permission to shine a gentle and loving strength. This is exactly what the world needs right now. You are giving the gift of self-empowerment to everyone you meet. So I love that message coming in here, because the red chakra, which is the root chakra, that's about how we relate to groups or the world. The sacral chakra, which is the orange one, that's how we relate one-on-one with someone. But the solar plexus, the yellow chakra, is about how we relate to ourselves. So it's like this energy, this spark that you can have is sparking you to express who you are to the world, your unique self. And in doing that, you empower others to do the same. We will also pull here from the Earth Magic Oracle and see what else they have to add here. All right, so what else for those that chose Sagittarius, please? All right. I do want that one. And you have lightning power. I don't know. Is this right? So perfect. We're going to put that one down here. I love that. How fitting is this? Let's see what lightning brings in here. We see power all around us. It is in the mountains, the meadows, and the clouds. In fact, in every expression of nature. Yet there isn't a more dramatic display of nature's power than lightning. It electrifies and splits the atmosphere such that when the heated air comes rushing together, we hear thunder, the applause of the gods. Lightning sharpens our senses and triggers fear and awe. We see these forked beams of brilliant light jump from the sky, and our instinctual vigilance is triggered in anticipation of the roar that follows. We naturally seek shelter from the storm or are grateful that we are already being sheltered. And this demonstration of the power of creation is yet another way to remind us that we are not in control of the natural world. And when we witness nature's power with open hearts and minds, we see that it is neither destructive nor constructive. It simply is. So this card brings to you, it says, the power available to you, the force of life itself is neutral. It's neither inherently good nor bad. It is how you utilize it that will determine whether it is ultimately harmful or life-giving and congruent with the will of spirit that pulses through you. What is required is awareness of your intentions, your values, and your willingness to act on them under the particular circumstances of your inquiry. Although you may see yourself as using this power for good, do not allow yourself to get caught up in the duality of good or bad in determining your decisions or actions. Through prayer or ceremony, you can tap into this spiritual force, and by paying close attention to Spirit's prompting, your choice will ultimately be revealed to you, one that is beyond your typical perspective. From there, you can continue to access this divine power that is the very force driving the universe. Wow. So definitely power. We're talking about sparky, igniting energy in your life. No way, right? I do like this, though, because, Spirit doesn't look at things as good or bad or shoulds. They simply look at things as different, and they bring different emotions, different energy with them. And this power that you're grasping and that's sparking within you, you're realizing that whatever you focus on is what grows in your life, what expands. So I love it. And then we're going to look at the power of surrender cards here and see what else they'd like to add. This is for the Sagittarius season. It starts around November 22nd, so you will be having this beautiful energy awareness take full effect during this time. Okay. And then you have surrender to receiving support and love. What a beautiful card. Buddha polar bears. And it says, allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. I love all the purples and the violet in here because I feel like this is allowing this energy from above, the support of your spiritual posse. You have guardian angels and spirit guides and loved ones who are on the other side, ancestors, fairies, dragons, leprechauns, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. They are there to support you in this journey. And as you connect higher and higher to those realms that are rooted in unconditional love, that's where your true power comes in. That's what expands your heart, what expands the love, which expands your energy. All right. We're also going to look here at the good tarot, even though there's no good or bad. This is the good tarot. Let's see what else they have for you. So what else? What else would you like those that chose Sagittarius to know, please? Okay. I do on to that one and that one. What else? They want that one, and then they said they want the one from the bottom as well. And then one more that will go on top. Okay. So we will start with this one down here, and you've got the Justice card. Beautiful card. Card of balancing between the small t truths of the human world that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love and connecting to the higher realm. Those truths, those capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And there's this balancing out of that here. Usually, they do have the scale over here, and then they have the Ace of Swords, which allows you to not only connect to the capital T truths of the higher realms, but allows you to slice away and cut away those small t truths that are limiting you and making you feel small, that take away your power, that dim your light rather than spark. It douses the flame instead of ignites it. So I love that this energy is coming in here, because through these truths, that is what is expanding and allowing you to expand, whereas before you wouldn't feel worthy enough to expand. And then you have the 10 of fire. Well, yeah, you got tons of fire coming in. 10 of wands. 10 of wands can be twofold. One of them is that you have exhausted so much energy into those small t truths, trying to live up to all the expectations, trying to do so much and accomplish so much that you're ready for an ending and a new beginning. And then the 10 of wands also can represent after the fact. After you ignite this energy, you eventually will have this harvest so full of this love, so full of this energy, that you have like this harvest of beautiful results, beautiful impact, that you're able to reflect on and see that the journey, when you take a time to turn around and look at where you came from to where you are at this point, you're just blown away by how much this energy, this love energy, has impacted your life. And I love that. And then you have, so you have the Magician. So definitely the Ace of Wands usually is what, they have a magic wand that they have. And it's, where like the High Priestess is more of like a chalice, a receiving with the divine feminine energy. The Magician is divine masculine energy. It's movement, it's intention, it's manifestation. It's pointing your power, focusing it, having it do things, not waiting for things to come to you. So I love this, like the 10 of fire moving into the Magician. You're not using your energy to go into a black hole where it just disappears. Now you're focusing your energy and allowing that to be this conduit of bringing this energy, bringing this out into your world. So I like that when we were asking, like, where in your life, it's like your life is the conduit of this love energy to the world. Every aspect every area of it. So wonderful, beautiful. And then you have the Queen of Water. Yeah. So Queen of Water, all the queens, not only do they roll over the sign, so she rolls over water, but all the queens are given a second portion of water. So she's double water, double emotion. And like I was talking about how it's like the High Priestess, she would be akin to that, because she's in very much clear, in tune with her emotions and what she wants to do and where she wants to move her emotions, and connecting, of course, to the spiritual realm as well. So trusting your intuition, trusting your guidance, trusting where that leads you. I love it. And then your final card here is the Temptation card, card 15. And this represents the rattling of your cage, the shadow part of us that is part of us. It is the part of us that absolutely shakes up our world and challenges our beliefs and our thoughts and our mentalities here, because it wants us to realize that we were in a cage, that we were keeping ourselves restricted and keeping ourselves small by these small t truths of fear that we were taught, these opinions, popular opinions of the outside world, of the should be, the supposed to be, the need to be, the have to be, the must be. And, it was keeping us small, keeping us restricted, keeping us very suppressed. But as we question this, as these events are brought to our face, then we question, and well, why do I believe that? And we're like, oh, it's that person's opinion that they told me when I was growing up, but is it true? Who made that up, right? And so there is this freedom that comes from all this beautiful, beautiful joy that comes from being released from the cage, like a little puppy who's been kept in their kennel all day, and you open it up and they just burst out and they like run out into the yard and just hyper, all this energy flowing out of your life. But it's an energy that is rooted in unconditional love and not the fear of losing conditional love. So I love all the spontaneity, the impulsiveness, the passion, the optimism that comes from all that. And it just floods out into every area of your life during this season. So can't wait to see what you do with that. So go, magicians, go. Can't wait to see where you extend your beautiful, beautiful energy out into the world and the impact that you're going to have here. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly energy updates, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of these and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there is an option for all. And if you select it, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on the channel, as well as when I go live to provide free readings on YouTube. I normally go every evening and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings as well. So I'd love to see you if you haven't stopped by to check that out. Also, doing those things I mentioned helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like one of my videos and share it with others, comment on my videos, subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy it wants to automatically share these videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I am ever so grateful. And these are general readings. If you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video below. All right, all of you that chose Sagittarius energy, please know as you go through each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing Sag season, and until we talk again, you hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 2, which is Jupiter, then this is the reading for you. And I love a fact about Jupiter that I did not know. You know, it's like the biggest planet in our solar system. And because of where it is positioned, it actually ends up protecting the Earth because of its gravitational pull. Things that come into our solar system get dragged to it before it reaches us, and it runs and it kind of takes a bullet for us over and over again, because asteroids and stuff will hit it instead of coming and hitting us. So someone called it like the guardian angel of Earth in our solar system. So I love that energy. And we're going to just look at that for this reading and ask, where in your life can you have protection? Can you feel more secure and safe? So that's what we're going to look at. We're going to start with the divine guidance cards here. And all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box of the video below. All right. So let's see here for those that chose Jupiter. So what else for Jupiter? For those that chose Jupiter, where can they use a feeling of safety and protection? All right. Now these are fractal images, and so I kind of call them the spiritual ink blot test. Whatever you see in it is a special message for you, and then I'll read the intuitive message from the book as well. So here you go. I'll let you look at that for a moment and see what you see. All right, and we'll put that down here. That is card number 42. It's the Jupiter symbol in the corner. It does look like a number 4, which is pretty cool. So 42 is the light body guide. And it says, lately, you may have noticed some strange things happening within you. Your light body is moving into a higher vibration as this shift occurs, and you may not feel like your normal self. This guide has come to let you know that being absent-minded, forgetful, unclear in your thinking, or feeling heart palpitations and other strange sensations is perfectly normal during this time. Light Body Guide encourages you to drink lots of water and get plenty of rest. The butterfly over his heart is symbol for you to contemplate. He is here to reassure you that you'll be back to feeling normal very soon. So you are going through a change that's happening within you. And the Jupiter energy also is about expansion. It is about having energy that fuels like your big dreams. So I love that this is also that energy of Jupiter, which we didn't even talk about, which is the expansion of your spirit, the expansion of your being. We'll also take a look here at these Earth Magic Oracle and see what else they'd like to add. All right, so what else for those that chose Jupiter, please? What else for those that chose Jupiter? Okay, I feel like it's this one right here. And you have Ceremony Invocation. It's a beautiful card there. We will put that one down here. And let's see what energy comes in here for you. It is in sacred ceremony that we have one of the greatest opportunities to experience communion with Source, one where the perceived dualities of both heaven and earth merge into an experience of the divine. Through the use of sacred pieces that have become imbued with spiritual significance, we bring forth ceremony catalyzed by clear intention and preparation. Sacred ceremony is prayer in action, and in this image, a woman kneels before an altar where a number of crystals are placed, light emanating from her hands. We see incense burning, snake spirits rest nearby, and various ethereal beings appear in a wispy shroud of light around her head. All the while, the tapestry upon which she sits appears to be on fire, symbolizing the fiery passion brought on by the intense focus of spirit that has been invoked for this ceremony. Calling spirit forth in this way facilitates a direct and heartfelt sense of relatedness to Source. So much the spiritual expansion coming in here for you. And then the card says, whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you've drifted from the intimacy with spirit for which you yearn. It is important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power that is contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit, but also material objects you consider sacred. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from your usual living space. Start with representations of the four major elements of air, earth, fire, and water, and then add just a few sacred objects. Set your intention for the ceremony, such as whether the purpose is for healing, celebration, or honoring a particular earth season or cycle. Then do an invocation to call upon your spirit guides. Breathe their presence and ask these divine beings to guide you through the process. This was a guide. Trust their guidance. Feel your heartbeat and keep breathing. Breath is the key to the actual experience of spirit, and creating a ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. Wow. Yeah, so definitely there's like this calling here of expanding your spiritual connection to the upper world. I am kind of picking that up. Are you? All right, and then we're also going to look at these Power of Surrender cards and see what else they'd like to add. All right, what else for those that chose Jupiter? All right, it's this one right here. Actually, they say you do get 2. All right, so the first one, surrender to play. Very much Sagittarius energy that is ruled by Jupiter. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. I love that. Then you also got surrender your ego, which says cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from the heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So I do like it. I'm going to put the play here because I feel like that's how you surrender your ego. You stop being so serious about everything, all these roles, right? And that you surrender to the play, allowing yourself to enjoy and express. That's our real essence is made of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. That's our true essence. The seriousness and the fear we come here to experience is the opposites. So I like it. Now we're going to also pull from the Good Tarot deck here, and let's see what else that they want you to know for Jupiter. Okay. So they do want that one and that one and okay. So these are going to be all 5 of the cards coming out at once. They are being very efficient. So we will start over here with this one down here. And you do have the High Priestess. I'm not surprised with it, with all this energy, because the High Priestess, she withdraws into her High Priestess temple and goes beyond the veil, connects to the above, connects to the spiritual realm, dives deep into the unconscious and the subconscious. So very much there's this expansion here of connecting to the higher realms. And of course, I guess when we were talking about where can you use a guardian angel, a guide in your life, it's like, well, in your connection to them, they will help you connect to the higher realms because that's where they're at. So they obviously are wanting to speak with you. And you also have the Page of Fire, which would be the Page of Wands in the Standard Tarot. And fire, the Wands fire element, is all about your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration, and your overall energy. And it can be your spiritual energy too. And so this is about this expansion. This is about this movement up into the higher realms. The High Priestess uses a lot of moon energy too. So this definitely is coming through here as a huge spiritual connection for you during this Sagittarius season. So we just can't get away from it. It's everywhere. And then you have the World card. And the World card is the ending of old cycles and the beginning of new ones. And this is perfect also for what you're going to be going through here, because as you connect to the higher realms, as you connect to this joy and this playfulness, this surrendering of your ego, this is what some of those small T truths that you have been so consumed with, which are rooted in the fear of losing a conditional love. This long list of rules about our lovability, our acceptability, our worth, and this, points us to that, saying that this is the kind of stuff that starts to end as you connect to the unconditional love from above, because you have this knowledge of capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love that let you slice away and cut away the small T truths that no longer serve you. So you have this significant ending of these cycles, because when you have like major arcana like these two, these are life-changing, life-altering things, whereas the suits are still impactful, but it's more like chapters in a book, where this is like switching books or even a series, going to a new series of books. And then you have the Five of Earth, Five of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. This is this change of your worth and how you relate it to the world, in that you begin to see with this connection to spirit that they are the ones that bring you what you need in each and every day of your life, that protector, the guardian angel, that you are always going to have everything you need in each moment. Now, you may not have everything you need in every single future moment right now, but you will have always enough for right now in this moment for what is your experience, for your highest experience here. So you move from looking at the humans and feeling abandoned and left behind and out in the cold, and instead you see that humans are merely the delivery company that bring things to you, but you are full of this unconditional love, and you don't have to worry that you'll anger the creator and source, and they'll pull away from their support of you, like we experience in the human world with all those beliefs that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love. People do get scared and they do pull back support. That's what happens to humans. Luckily, the higher realms know fear. They have unconditional love that has nothing that we can do to lose it, nothing we have to do to earn to get it, and it's eternal. It's everlasting. It never ends. And so this 5 is a number of transformation, transition about your safety and your security and feeling protected, right? And that you're going to have everything you need in each moment. So I like that. And then your final card is also the Justice card. And the Justice card is this balancing. You can see here they have the scales that are balancing out, and they have the Ace of Swords, which is about cutting away, like we were talking about, those small t truths. You have this higher truth that is rooted in unconditional love, and it cuts away the small t truths that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love. So the out of balancedness that we experience in life balances out, and this freedom comes, and it all is hinging on your connection to the spiritual realm, understanding who you are and how loved you are because of who you are. So I absolutely love this beautiful journey that you're going to be having here, because it's going to be freeing, and this relationship will only get deeper and deeper and broader throughout each and every day of your life. So I love this. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there is an option for all. If you select that, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out, but you'll also be notified when I go live to provide free readings on YouTube. Currently, I go every single night on YouTube to provide readings, and also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. So if you haven't stopped by to check it out, I'd love to see you. Also, doing the things I mentioned, it does help spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like one of my videos and share it with someone else, you comment on one of my videos, if you subscribe to my channel, doing those types of things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy, it wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. And then also, these are general readings. If you are looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is also listed in the description box of this video below. All right, beautiful people, as you go through this wonderful Sagittarius season adventure, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing time. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. And if you chose reading number 3, which is the fire element, then this is the reading for you. And of course, fire energy is like a campfire, right? It can expand and explode and move very fast. It can spread and kind of consume things as well. And, if it gets out of control, that's where it brings in the dangers, the caution around that type of energy. But fire energy is also about action and igniting things in your life. And so we're going to be asking for this reading, where in your life does Spirit feel that you can take action? Where can fire be set to it, right? To make movement and to have progress made for you. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Divine Guidance deck. And all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if you want to check any of these out for yourself, you know where you can find those. So let's take a look here for those that chose fire. All right. Right off the bat, being fiery. And these are fractal imaging, which I call a spiritual ink blot test. So I'm going to show you the card, show you the picture, and whatever you see in it is a special message for you. And then I will also pull and read from the Divine Guidance book here on what the author intuitively picked up. So you have card number 10. So here you go. Let you take a look at that. All right. And then let's take a look, and I'll have all the greens in here. What message comes with this? So even though we're looking at fiery in action, there's a gentleness message here. You are an intricate part, a being that is unique and diverse in your own special way. Spirit asks that you be gentle with yourself and accept the delicate nature of who you are. The spiraling energy is here to remind you that there is a great power and strength in your softness, and it is here to assist you in healing on all levels. It is also here to remind you that you are a divine being of light who is as deserving as any other human being on the earth. Smile and recognize your own authenticity and beauty in all of your glory. Wow. So definitely there's this gentleness, like it says, around you, but there's this fiery power. It's like the Kundalini energy that they talk about that's in our root chakra at the very core. And when it's activated, this power just fills our life and fills our being. And I feel like that's what is going to be ignited. Well, we'll find out more here. We're also going to pull from these Earth Magic Oracle and see what else they want you to know about here. Let's take a look. What's going to be ignited? So what would you like fire to know? Those that chose fire. All right. It's going to be this top one here. Come on. There it goes. And you've got lake, stillness. Wow. So gentleness and stillness is a strength. This is interesting. So we'll put this over here. And again, more greens coming in. So, wow. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. So it says the subdued pastels, which are in both these cards really, of the early morning light quietly announces that the night is over and the sun is rising. So the sun is rising. The lake itself hasn't awakened from its rest, and it remains still and undisturbed. It welcomes the coming day, ready to respond with grace and fluidity to whatever currents and movements appear in its belly or upon its skin. The surrounding vegetation thrives from the abundant water near the shoreline, and the unoccupied boat lies in wait for its next passenger. All is at rest in this scene. It's in the deep internal stillness that we find our being and come to know that we are intimately united with all of creation. To achieve this mindset, we must slow down once in a while and get away from the surroundings that interfere and distract our inner tranquility. When we do so, this profound stillness is available at all times, regardless of the environment. We can experience this sensation with steady, conscious breathing, or we can simply pause for a few moments and be still. The tempo of life these days has sped up considerably, and there seems to be no end to this quickening pace. Immersed as we are in the technological whirlpool, there seems no escape. However, there's no need to be a prisoner to the hurry up syndrome, nor is there a need to feel trapped by the awareness of the collective intensities that massive numbers of humans are experiencing these days. No matter if the noise is from your environment or your seemingly nonstop thinking, it is critical for you to seek stillness. Find it in your world, whether it is a special place in your home or a place in nature that's far from human-made noise. Of particular importance is finding it inside yourself, which can be made easier by being in a quiet place in a natural setting. Doing so not only relaxes your mind, but also heightens your awareness and your senses. So I'm really seeing, of course, there's this gentleness, this stillness, this being still, which is so opposite of this raging forest fire. So it's like a contained campfire. It's not destroying things. It's very still. It's very much in a spot that's not consuming other things, but it is providing warmth, it's providing direction, and it's providing light. So we'll see what else they want to add here through the power of surrender deck here. See what else they want you to know. All right. So what else for those that chose fire? All right. So that is the one. And we have surrender your attachments to results. And it says the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen and let go of results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So I almost feel like this energy is like your message isn't about that you need a lot of fire in your life. It's almost like it's controlling the forest fire. It's like letting the fire be in a particular place rather than being all over the place. It reminds me of the 10 of Wands, the 10 of fire, which is about, having so much energy extended in so many different directions that you do get exhausted and you just don't want to do anything anymore. And so it's withdrawing all your energy in from 10 and bringing it into one kind of focus instead. We'll see what else they want to add here with the good tarot for your final messages here. See if we can get clarity on what they're wanting you to do with this energy. What direction do they want you to focus it in on? Right, so what else for those that chose fire, please? Okay. What else? I feel like they went to that one right there. And then this one right here will be the middle. Okay. So put that here for now, and let's start with this one. So you do have love card here. And the love card is the power of emotional choice card. That every moment is either made of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. And in any moment, we get to choose what it means. We get to choose what story we want to put to it too. But this is the emotional piece where it's focusing on whatever happens, you get to decide what you want to feel as you go through it. And I know when you first hear that, you're like, I don't think so. It doesn't feel like I'm making a choice. This thing happens and this is how I feel. It's just always been that way. And I mean, has it? Because I asked the same thing with Spirit when they first told me that. Because I was like, I don't believe this. I don't feel like I'm making a choice. And they, of course, take you back very gently and sits you down. And they show me that every human child in every single life is given these popular opinions on what something is supposed to feel like when something happens. And it's reinforced over and over and over again through, people, through movies, through, books, whatever we see. We're inundated with these messages of how you're supposed to feel when we go through something. What's you're supposed to, you should, you need to, you have to, you must. And as you're going through that, and as you're doing that, it becomes a habit. It becomes a reaction where it doesn't feel like you're making that choice anymore. And so we realize when we get these messages and through this power in this stillness that I get to choose what something means. I get to create a new habit of what I feel when I go through a situation. So when I don't feel like feeling a certain way anymore, I get to transform it. So this energy is being focused into your emotional choices during the Sagittarius season. Let's see what else comes in here. Yeah, and then you have the Four of Fire. And think of fours as like a stable foundation, like a huge table with four big honking legs on it. It's a very solid foundation. And so this is the fire energy, of course, that it's balancing out. Because of these emotional choices that you're making, you're realizing that I get to choose whether something is devastating or it just is. I don't have to react to it. We get to choose whatever. And there's always the two choices: fear of losing conditional love or unconditional love. So it's fear or unconditional love that we choose to experience. And there's the stability that comes in with the power and the knowledge of that power there. Because here's the Six of Fire. The Six of Fire, which would be the Six of Wands. This would have been the Four of Wands, which also is a very joyful energy in addition to being stabilized. Here you have the 6 and a 6. Sixes are, think of them like even numbers are equally distributed, like these on either side. There's a nice flow in between, but you put something right in the middle of it, bam, there's this block. Well, these are free flowing. There's this beautiful flow of your energy. It's not having conflict and obstruction. And the Six of Fire, the Six of Wands is normally a victory card, or it's a recognition type of card too. So I really like this coming in here because this is showing you that you are definitely stabilizing this energy. You're being noticed about it. You're also being victorious in doing that. And then you have the Two of Water. So the Two of Water would be emotional choice. These two cards would be the two cards that are talking about emotional choice. So definitely this energy is all about focusing the energy that you have, getting all that energy back from all those other places, and really becoming still and being gentle with yourself, looking into your emotions and discovering those emotional choices that you're making and seeing the ones that you want to change, those things that you want to look at differently. Surrendering your attachment to results, that's the gentleness. You don't have to beat yourself up. Changing a habit takes time. So if you always, looked at when people said a certain thing, it made it devastating and it meant that you were a loser or failure or some sort of judgmental thing that was not very nice. You're saying to yourself, but you can change that and going, you know what? Instead, my emotion is going to be, oh, I feel bad for them, because when they say that to me, they're really saying that to themselves. I'm just a mirror. It's like that kind of change that you can make through this with these energies. And then you have the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles, which is another solid card that's coming in here. Very grounding, of course, but it is about abundance. It is about overflowing. One of the big pieces of wisdom that the King of Earth brings in is that when he looked outside of himself for the definition of their worth, they felt unstable, because we're told to define that by relationships, by situations, by things, and all those things are unstable because relationships, people change or pass away. Situations like jobs, education, social status, things like that, those things are always changing. And then, of course, things in our bodies and our bank accounts and our possessions, those things break down, deteriorate, blow up, stolen, whatever it may be, all unstable, right? So with all that instability, eventually we get bored of that and disappointed in it, and we turn inward and upward. And that's where you find the unconditional love from the higher realms, and that becomes the solid foundation because it is eternal and it is unconditional, no conditions. And so this becomes a very solid foundation for your worth. And with that, it's kind of like what allows you to see these decisions and make these decisions differently, because you are gaining this solid foundation of who you are from the inside out. And so the outside in doesn't impact you like it did before, because it just is. You are choosing what something means and what you want to feel as you go through it. So a very empowering time here. I really love all this focus that they're like, take the focus of all this energy, of all this stuff, and single focus it into emotional choice, at least during this Aquarius, season. So I do love this for you, all of you that chose the fire sign. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly readings for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. And if you don't want to miss out on those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there is an all option. If you select it, 1, you're notified when new videos come out. And 2, you're also notified when I go live to provide free readings on YouTube. Currently, I go every night, and then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. So if you haven't stopped by to check it out, I'd love to see you. Also, doing those things I mentioned, it helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like and share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, and subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy, giddy, excited, happy, it wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all of you fiery individuals, as you go through this adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing Sagittarius season. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 4, which is the 9th house, then this is the reading for you. And the 9th house is the house of beliefs. And it is this learning. It is sometimes teaching too, but for this reading, the energy that Spirit really wanted to focus in on is the energy of having an open mind. And so we're going to be asking just where in our life could we use more of an open mind? So let's take a look here. We'll start off with these divine guidance cards, and all the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box of the video below. So if any of them catch your eye and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right. So for those that chose the 9th house, where could we use an open mind? All right, that is the one. And we have card number 13, and these are fractal images, and I call them the spiritual ink blot test. So I'm going to show you the card, and then whatever you see in it is a special message for you, and then I will read the interpretation from the author as well. So card number 13, and here you go. Beautiful card. All right, and let's see what message comes in here with this card. This is all about opening. Open mind, opening. Go figure. Your intuition and your psychic connection is open and flowing, allowing you to access higher realms of knowledge and understanding. Shut up. Sometimes when we receive guidance or information from these realms, it can be a bit confusing or unclear. there is a lot of information moving through your subconscious that your conscious mind has to process. It does get easier in time. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Just remember, this open connection is how you are naturally meant to operate, and you are now in direct communication with other realities and your higher self. So you are definitely, your mind is open, your whole being and your spiritual eye and spiritual connections wide open, and it is bringing in this amazing information that your mind is taking time to integrate. So there's a lot of subconscious stuff that's going on, and your mind is literally opening up more and more to this information as it's able to process it. I mean, I really love the colors here because you've got both the green chakra color of the heart and the pink heart chakra, which is the higher heart. So definitely it's like almost like you get this information into your heart and its emotion, and it takes your mind time to interpret it. So I love it. Let's see what else they have here for you too. And we're going to pull from the Earth Magic Oracle. See what else they have to say. What else for those that chose the 9th house? Okay. So it does appear that you get 2. Your first one is a tsunami, a wake-up call. And then you also have the Gaia, nurturing. 2 beautiful cards here. So let's put those here, and let's see what comes through here. We're going to look at the tsunami first. And it says you are getting a wake-up call. It may be in the form of a significant loss or other dramatic event in your life, typically one that you were not prepared for initially. You may feel stunned at first, surprised by the unexpected events that are occurring. Yet you also know that it is time to draw back the curtain of avoidance and denial and confront the truth that exists in the subtext of this event. You are experiencing a real-life drama, so there's no need to amplify it more than it already is. Often when you look back after something like this has passed, you can recall signs that foreshadowed it happening. And there may have been obvious clues that you ignored, or omens that were so subtle they were easy to dismiss as imaginings of the mind rather than the voice of your instinct. There are many anecdotes about animals operating purely on instinct, picking up on clues, and naturally seeking higher ground before an approaching tsunami reaches the land. To negotiate this wake-up call, listen closely to your instincts, while at the same time seeking the higher ground of spiritual truth. So again, there's this information that's coming, it's flooding in. So follow your instincts, follow that, gut instinct and those feelings. Allow your intuition, allow those things to really come through. Let's see what Gaia offers here for you too. Receiving can be a sacred act if your intention is to honor spirit. It is as holy as giving when performed with a humble and open heart. This is even truer when receiving much needed nurturing, so let others give to you. It may be a stretch to do so at times because of childhood conditioning, but that habit can be overcome. Your wounds can be healed. One way to achieve this is to nurture yourself and allow others to nurture you. Consider the actions you take that are self-nurturing. What comes to your mind when you really think about doing beneficial things for yourself? Set aside your ritualized habits and beliefs that restrict the pure act of allowing your body, heart, and soul to be nurtured. Now, we talked about this is the house of belief. So I'm going to read that again because it says, set aside your ritualized habits and beliefs that restrict the pure act of allowing your body, your heart, and your soul to be nurtured. Lie on the earth and ask Gaia to rock you into her bosom as you breathe with her and relax into her loving care. So I really feel like whatever this change is that has already happened in your life or is coming, that it brings you into this place where you have a need and where you can open up to it and allow people to give to you. But this changing of belief, this changing of things that's unfolding for you, it has this pinpointedness around your belief that you're not worthy to receive, or you, like when you're younger, you had to do a lot to get attention, right? And so you have, it's kind of like a enabler and codependent type of relationships, right? Where we're taught, you got to give and give and give and give and give 100 of something to get one back from someone. And with this tsunami coming, it just throws you out of you're like, there's no way that I can give. I'm just in need, and allows you to open up this belief and accept help from others, which helps you overcome your fear of receiving, because before, if you received, you were on the wrong end of the deal and you're going to get dumped and replaced with someone else who was a giver, right? So this is a beautiful change of beliefs about yourself and about worthiness, about equal giving and receiving as well. We're going to look here at the power of surrender. Let's see what else they have to offer here. What else would you like those that chose the 9th house to know, please? What else for those that chose the 9th house? All right. I feel like it's this one right here. You've got surrender negative thinking. Open-mindedness, right? You have control over your thoughts. And when negative thoughts surface, say, thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So there is this changing of mind that is happening here. And let me see. I feel like we're going to put nurturing over the tsunami, and we'll put here the surrender of the negative thinking here. So this is beautiful how it's just together, because the negative thinking is the negative thinking about yourself, right? About how I have to overgive because then I'm needed, then I'm wanted, because if I'm not able to give something, why in God's green earth would anyone want to be around me if I can't give them something? But simply by being you, simply by existing, you deserve to receive. And that's the core, I feel like, what you're learning here. But we'll take a look here at the good tarot as well. Let's see what else they want to add in here. All right, so what else for those that chose the 9th house? Okay, they do went to that one. What else? Okay, I feel like that one and that one and that one, and that one will be in the middle. We'll put it up here for now. And we'll start with this one. So you have the 10 of Earth, the 10 of Pentacles. This is all about abundance and unfolding of things. They usually will have a tree on here too. It's usually the tree of life from the Kabbalah or the Kabbalah. And it's about looking into what kind of chains, what kind of habits, what kind of abuses or beliefs, were passed down from generation, and that you are this generation that gets to stop that. Because if they were enablers before, then it keeps getting taught from generation, because by the time we've passed it on to children, we haven't done internal reflection. It usually comes later in life, but we've already imparted it into the next generation already. So this is about having the strength and the ability to break chains and to stop those things from continuing on and on and on, and finding this beautiful foundation of equal giving and receiving, 5 pentacles on one side and 5 pentacles on the other. So this beautiful equal giving. And then you have the Messenger of Air, which would be the Knight of Swords in the Standard Tarot. And the Messenger of Air basically is about the pursuit of higher truths, of capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And it allows you to cut away these old small T truths that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love. And this does show movement of thought, that you are making this movement, you are making this change and this opening of your mind. So I love that this came in here with, because the air, the sword suit, is all about the mind and the thoughts and the beliefs and mindsets and everything we talked about with an open mind and our belief systems. So I like that this is coming in here. You're questing after higher truths, you're cutting away old thoughts and beliefs, and you are making movement and progress on it. And then you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess goes away into her high temple, and she does look behind the veil. She does connect to the higher realms. She does dive into the emotions. She understands things that we don't understand in our conscious mind, because there's so much that's going on in the unconscious. So this is a little bit of stepping away from life. It doesn't mean you have to become a hermit, but making sure you do take time away to connect to your higher self, to connect to the spirit realms, so that you could really understand the connection we have here and, where you're headed with all of this. So I love this unfolding that's coming here for you. Yeah, and then you have the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords has the Ace of Swords that the messenger is, the knight is questing after. And so she's able to have this open communication, this open mind. Usually she's also, like in the Standard Tarot, she has a sword in one hand and an outstretched arm in another with an open hand, which means open mind, exactly what we're talking about, that she's willing to hear, willing to learn. But the Ace of Swords that she has is what cuts away those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets, as she has this great balance between the heart and the mind, because not only does she rule over air, but all the queens are given a portion of water. So she also has this heart intuition and emotion balanced with thought and belief and mindset as well. So beautiful balancing out of those energies. And then your final card is the Eight of Earth, the Eight of Pentacles. This is like moving from an apprentice, learning something, and then having done the work, having invested everything, that you are ready to move up in the outside world to master level. So whatever you've been working on, whatever area of life this is about for you, it is this movement in it, whether it's relationship, a movement up in a relationship or out. Could be a job, education, movement up in the company or out to somewhere else. And it can be about body, upgrading your body and improving it, your finances, your possessions. It could be movement from moving locations too. So a lot of beautiful framework. I mean, this is a general reading, so that can be different for every one of you, but you are having this abundance, you're having this change, you're having this opening up of your world, and things are unfolding, things are changing. You're opening up to receiving. You're opening up to releasing old ways of thinking, and it's changing your world in beautiful, beautiful ways. So I love this message for you. Now, if messages of love from above, in addition to these videos, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, and also monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. And by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. When you go in there, there's an option for all. If you select it, 2 things happen. 1, you're notified immediately when new videos are available. And 2, you're notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Currently, I go live every single night, and then also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. So if you haven't stopped by, I'd love to see you. Also, doing those things I mentioned does help my channel grow, and it does help spread the Zen love, because when you share or like one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, excited, happy, wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, as I mentioned. If you are looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video below. All right, beautiful people of the 9th house, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing Sag season, and until we speak again, you guys hang in there, and you take care. Happy birthday, all you Sagittarius Sun babies. This is your bonus birthday reading. And what I like to do is pull cards for the next 3 months of your trip around the sun. And it'll be from your birth date until that day of the following month. So if it's December 1st, then it'll be December 1st to January 1st, January 1st to February 1st, February 1st to March 1st. So that's what we're going to do. We're first of all going to pull a card here from the Divine Guidance deck. And all the cards I use in my readings I list in the description box below. So if you want to pick any of those up as a birthday present for yourself, you know where you can pick them up. So, all right. So month number 1, month number 2, and month number 3, please. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're also going to pull a card here from the Earth Magic deck. So month number 1. Okay. So we've got month number 1, month number 2, and month number 3. And then we also are going to pull a Power of Surrender card for each month. So month number 1. Okay. Month number 2. And month number 3. All right. And then we're also going to pull from the Good Tarot and get the clarifying cards from there. So month number 1, month number 2, okay, they didn't want those, and then month number 3. All right, month number 3 seems to be need a lot of clarification. All right, so that'll be month number 3, month number 2, and then we'll get into month number 1 now. So let's start off by this card here. Now, all of these are fractal imaging, which means that they were created in this computer program. I call them the spiritual ink blot test. So whatever you see in the card is a special message for you, and then I will read from the book as well. So you have card number 30. So this is for your first month. What a beautiful card. So put that right here, and let's see what message comes in with that. So in your first month, it's all about expansion, which is total Sagittarian Jupiter energy. So the expansion card is about your connection to large groups of people, whether it is to offer yourself in service through community events, volunteer work, workshops, or healing groups, speaking, or publishing your writing. It's about sharing your gifts and talents in a way that serves many on a more public scale. In doing so, your energy reaches far and wide, having a meaningful and powerful effect on all those whose lives you touch. Now is the time to really put yourself out there. So take a deep breath, trust the process, and open wide. I love it. So definitely a time for you to shine and to be seen and to put your love out there in your own unique way. Yeah, and then you have music and harmony. I like it, especially if you're talking about music, right? So we'll put that here, and let's see what comes in with music here. And this says, this is a time of considerable harmony for you, one where the various elements in your life are flowing together smoothly. Just as in musical harmony, it is the interface of these elements that merge into a cycle of symmetry and balance that evokes feelings of harmony. The challenge is to sustain this inner accord even when there is considerable dissonance outside of your own mind, heart, and body. Note the sensations, emotions, and thoughts you experience when everything seems to be moving along well. And then take 3 deep breaths and let your breathing be the anchor that reminds you of this state of consciousness. Whenever you perceive chaos around you, know that it is a mirror for your inner turmoil. And when you recognize this, take 3 or more breaths to bring forth the memory of those moments when your life was like a symphony. Then every time you exhale, you are releasing the energy of your internal state of harmony into the world, and it will have amazing effects. So a lot of this, as you deal with groups and go and expand yourself, you might have to do a lot of breathing to stay in harmony, but you're also sharing this with the world, and I love that. And then surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. And that makes total sense with everything that we were talking about here with expanding and being in larger groups and interacting with more people. This will make things more peaceful, that you don't have to like battle. It reminds me of the 5 of Swords card in the tarot, which we'll look at here in a second. It's like when we try to argue and prove that our small t truths that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love are more true than their small t truths, well, no one likes to have people try to change their mind, and so they battle, right? And this is about let other people have their beliefs, just find the core of love within yourself, and let that be your root. But we'll take a look here and see what else comes in here. So you have the 8 of Fire. Fire is the wand suited, strive, ambition, passion, inspiration, a lot of passion coming in here, which totally makes sense with this being bright and shining bright. You have a lot of energy that you're sharing with the world, and it's really unfolding in beautiful ways here. So you are definitely having a ton of energy the month after your birthday, right? So even getting older, it hasn't taken it out of you yet, at least for the first month. So allow that energy to move forward towards this dream and how you want to share that with the world. And then you have the world. So I just literally said the word, the world. So this is about abundance and victory. It's also about the ending of a cycle and a new beginning. So you are ready to start this brand new adventure, this brand new way of presenting things to the world, presenting the authentic you and getting that energy out to the world. And then you have the 4 of Air, which is the 4 of Swords in the Standard Tarot. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. But the 4 of Air is really good. It's called like the peace of mind card. You're letting go of expectations, so you have less battling, because you're not really focusing on all those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos of the 3 of Swords, which usually has a giant heart with 3 swords stuck in it. It's the disappointment and being let down and having expectations not unfold. Well, they're usually sleeping on the Ace of Swords with those 3 swords being on the wall. And the Ace of Swords is about connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in the unconditional love of the higher realm. It allows them to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve, and that's why they're able to have peace of mind. That's why they're able to have peace with other people too. So I love this message coming in for month number 1. I'm just going to take these. Let's move these to the side. And we're moving into month number 2. In month number 2, again, remember, this is your ink blot test, so what you see first, it's card number 28. So you can see what you see in there. All right, I'm going to put that here, and let's see what comes through for your second month. Freedom. It's time to come out of your shell. This shell, which did serve you in the past to provide protection for your tender heart, is no longer needed. The time has come to begin to allow yourself true freedom. This world and your soul both need you to let your light and your heart to shine. Allow the past to be the past and move forward in this present moment. Do this in small steps at first if you need to. Moving away from your protective shell means allowing your true heart to be seen, but it also means allowing others in on a deeper level than you have been able to allow before. So the month before was all about shining and groups, and now this is about letting people in even more and allowing people to see the true light of who you truly are as well. So I like that. And then you have childhood innocence. Beautiful card there. We'll put that here. Let's see what comes in for childhood for you. Which makes sense with the opening of your heart. The reason why you have that protective shell was from your childhood. So I feel like this change, especially with that 28 being 2 + 8 is 10, that's an ending and a new beginning too. I feel like you're letting some old stuff go away. But it says innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you first come into this existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or a loss when you turned sour or cynical, and no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear block the flow of your vitality, your life force. Yet, in spite of all of this, there is a core of innocence that you can reawaken by releasing any shame that has covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so you can revisit that state of purity. Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhibit your light and your love from coming forth. You truly are a child of God, so allow yourself to be that. Wow. I love it. So definitely the blocks that we had before, even in the previous month, with that 4 of Swords, we're talking about getting rid of these expectations and these old pains, right? And being able to move beyond them. So I like it. And then you have surrender to non-action. And this says, now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So being more of a chalice than being the divine masculine where you're making stuff happen and really going, this is like a month, like the first month was like boom, 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 a lot of energy. This month feels like you kind of reflect a lot and you still shine and shine bright, but it's more like you let people come to you instead of you being out there trying to do everything. Let's see what else you got here too. You got the love card. So emotional choice coming in here. And this does teach, it's like the 6 of Cups. These two together remind me of the 6 of Cups card, is when you realize that every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, that you can go back to an old memory and transform it from one that was of conditional love, that is of fear, and see it from a different perspective. Because if it was painful, then of course it was not of unconditional love. It was of the fear of losing conditional love. And when our child self feels unsafe or out of control, it actually goes into like a cat-like state where it'll hiss and attack or hiss and run away and hide. We go out of our minds, we go out of our human minds, or our human mind leaves us. So we're not making smart decisions, we're not making loving or caring or whatever. We're out of our minds, literally, because the blood rushes from our brain when we're in fear to go to our arms and our legs to fight or to run away, like a cat. So when we look at a situation and we see that it was not of unconditional love, then we knew it was of fear, and that anything anyone said or did was out of their inner self feeling unsafe and out of control, and they were doing whatever they felt reactionary-wise, this animal inside of them, to feel safe again and to feel in control. And so when you start to see that, then you realize, okay, their actions towards me were not personal. They were just acting like an insane cat that had just gotten scared. And I also may have been scared and acting like that. Now I understand why the situation unfolded the way it did. And we transform. We start looking at them differently. We start looking at the situation differently. We also start looking at ourselves differently. So I like this second month of reflection is really releasing you from things. Yeah, and you have the messenger of water. So this would be the Knight of Cups, which all knights are on a quest. And this knight is on a quest for higher love, connecting to the higher love from above. And so this pursuit of what love is and this movement of emotion is right in alignment with everything here too. So you may not be moving on the outside with this non-action, but you're doing a lot of emotional movement on the inside. Yeah, and the Magician card comes in here. So the Magician card is action. It is the divine masculine energy where, these were more of the divine feminine of waiting to receive. But the Magician is your higher self. It allows you to bring through the unconditional love energy through you as a conduit and out into the world. And so this transformation, this way that you're able to move through these old painful memories from your childhood and from growing up is really something I feel like you're going to be able to share. And then I read it, I think it was a meme on Instagram, or I saw something somewhere that said along the lines, whatever you've gone through in life is going to be part of a survival manual for other people in the future. So it's like you are able to share what you experienced and how you were able to transform it. And that's something that empowers others through this. So I love it. So that's what they have for month number 2 for you. And then we move into month number 3. And we'll see what we have for you here. And of course, here we go. Ink blot test again. Card number 22. Wow. How vibrant that is. Beautiful, beautiful colors. We'll put that right here. Oops, hit my microphone. Sorry if that made a noise. All right. And this is the grid. And the grid is a living energy matrix of Mother Earth and the secret pathways to other dimensions and realities of existence. The power of the sacred geometry within this holds many keys that your subconscious is unlocking. And this card shows your ability to explore and maneuver through other worlds and to bring information back from them. You may do this in the dream time, during meditation, or even unknowingly while completely conscious and alert. Hidden within this card are messages that only you can retrieve. So sit with this one for a while. So it feels like you are still sitting in your 3rd month, really reflecting on some higher truths and some things that are being revealed to you. I like it. And you have clouds, shape-shifting. Beautiful card there. Let's see what comes in here. Oh, it helps if I look up the right one. I'm looking up shape-shifting and it's not in here because it's under clouds. Hello. So it says, in both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shapeshift by your choice of clothing, your hairstyle, your adornments, and even mannerisms such as facial expression, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these along with your internal attitude, you can actually display different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you, depending on the degree in which your persona contrasts with the one they are most familiar with. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust as necessary. Lift your head up, square your shoulders, and stand tall, such that your chest and heart open to the world, and note how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it, and then let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest inward an inch or two, and let your head drop a little bit. Observe how this feels. Experiment with contracting your aura, your energy field, then expand it as far as you comfortably can. By this kind of shape-shifting, you can consciously choose your expression into the world. Just remember who you are at your core. I like this. This is about seeing different worlds. This is about being different yous. And I feel like this is this invitation to step outside and reinvent who you are. You know, are you being who you want to be? This is the time. This is a gift for yourself of experimenting. Yeah, and surrender worry. And that says, make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. And I kind of felt that with these. It's like, oh my gosh, but if I become someone who other people don't like, what about that? And what about this? What about this? Worry. Surrender it. Let this be you. Let this be your experiment on seeing who you want to become and what you want to express out into the world. Then we'll move into the tarot. You have the Eight of Air, the Eight of Swords, which this is about movement of your thought and your beliefs and your mindsets. You're realizing your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that made you feel blinded and bound and trapped, and you're ready to release those. You're ready to, these shackles, these things that kept you hidden, as you discover how you want to express yourself in the world. So the worries here, this is where they came from, trying to live up to all those expectations. And you have the Temperance card, the Patience card. So allow things to unfold. You don't have to do it all overnight. And I like this for you because it is about just taking a step in a moment at a time with it. It does take time for, we change quickly on the inside, but it takes time for it to reach the outside because we change from the inside out, not the outside in. So there's this message about just taking things slow, letting things unfold. The balancing will take effect. Yeah, because here's the Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles. And this is a message of finding stability in your outside world. And the Pentacles, the story that they go through is that they look outside of themselves for their wholeness and their completeness, and then they feel very unstable in regards to their worth because they're told to look into relationships, situations, and things to define them, but all of those are unstable. Relationships, people change or pass away. Situations like jobs and education never stay the same. And things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions break down, deteriorate, explode, are stolen. All those are unstable. Eventually, we turn inward and upward to find that which is unconditional and eternal to define us. And then we have that solidity we've been looking for. That is the unconditional, eternal love of the heavenly realms that exists for us and around us. So I love that because all this understanding and remembering, like I said, just remember who you are. You're a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And you have the Ace of Water, Ace of Cups, the chalice, the Holy Grail, which is full of the unconditional love of the higher realm. So here you are drinking of this unconditional love. That is the foundation that gets you this solidity and this stable sense of worth. And your final card, High Priestess. So pulling back into your High Priestess temple, connecting to the higher realms. You understand who you really are. You go behind the veil. You dive deep into your emotions. You connect to the spirit realm. And you get into this place of quiet where you just see who you really are. You remember who you really are. And you're able to express it too. Because you understand there's two of you that are living this human experience. The human character that you're portraying here, and then the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love, the actor behind the character. So your third month is quite the interesting one because you're playing with who you want to, what you want your avatar to look like. It's like when you start a video game and you've created it all, and after you've been playing it a while, you want to change it up, add some new weapons, add some new abilities, change their look. I feel like that's what's going on here in this third month for you, because you're really understanding who you really are, and you're worrying less about what other people think, and you're able to express yourself in such a unique and authentic way, instead of before where you feared a lot of what people would say and what they would do. With you changing so much. I love it for you. So may your next rotation around the sun be filled with more unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter than you can handle. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, my dear Sagittarius Sun babies, in addition to these readings, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and by clicking that subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there's an option for all. If you select it, two things happen. One, you're notified immediately when new videos come out. And two, you're also notified when I go live to provide free readings on YouTube. Right now, I go live every single night, and then also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. So if you haven't stopped by yet, I'd love to see you. Also, doing those things I mentioned helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, excited, happy, it wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. And also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of this video below. All right, beautiful, beautiful Sagittarian Sun babies, as you go throughout this amazing adventure of life, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. Hope you're having a great birthday. We'll be talking with you soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.